What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, where we talk real New York Giants football, no fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns and real standards. I'm Milton. I'm here with my cousin Ethan, and we're back with another episode. You already know what time it is. Training camp has started.
Yes, sir.
Before we even start talking about that training camp, you already know, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please like, share, hype the video so that way we can get to the rest of the Giants nation, get to the rest of the Giants fans, so that way everybody can see what we're putting out and we can continue pushing for you guys. Look, training camp.
All right.
Training
Yes,
camp.
sir.
Oh, man.
Football has started.
Hey, we got some football. We got some football back. Let me tell you something. This training camp, I'm going to start out. I had boots on the ground this time.
Yes,
boots
sir.
On the ground. We was out there. First week, we can definitely talk about the offense. I'm going to say defense ran the market. They ran the ball. Defense is all over the place. They're flying around. But I want to start with the offense.
Okay.
While I was out there, I'm getting a lot of everything I'm reading. Everybody's talking about like Jackson Dart is struggling. Everybody's saying Jackson Dart is struggling, and I don't look at it as him struggling. I look at it as him he's doing something he's never had to do. He's playing a lot more under center, so it's different, and he's adjusting. The plays that he's making that are completing, like the passes that he's completing downfield. He's making great throws and he's making good reads. I would say like he is a little slow off of getting rid of the ball, but when he gets the ball out to the receivers, like the ball's where it needs to be. Malachi Fields was a very big target for him. Calvin Austin, I saw him hit Calvin Austin a lot too. But I can definitely say like the offense it's different, man. We got another offense. I see a lot of running. A part of me like doesn't want to say too much because I don't want to give too much to these to these people.
Yeah, they can read articles. Yeah, trust me.
But
they got Bill.
But
they got people
I
in the
can definitely
stands.
say like they are prepared to run this ball. They were doing a lot of running drills. I saw even they did it was a 9-on-7 drill that they ran. So there's gonna be, and like Patrick Ricard was in there. So I'm telling you right now, like there's gonna be a lot of schemes and formations to where the running backs get busy, and it's gonna allow Jackson Dart to do some work. And I think a lot of people are kind of jumping the gun with what they see in training camp. Like it's training camp. This is when Jackson's supposed to make these mistakes. He's supposed to be pushing the envelope, supposed to try to thread the needle, do things that you don't normally see.
See, and the thing is with Jackson Dart, like last year, our offensive line, like everything was new for him, but at least he had time, so he started to get better every week. Yeah. So I feel like now, even with our offensive line being upgraded with CC in there, and a really good run game, it was starting off slow. But, we're moving nonetheless. So it's going to take time for Jackson Dart to really get there. But I feel like that's why we have such emphasis on the run game. Because once we take all that pressure off of him and the reads are really simple for him, then the ball's going to start coming out even faster. And, he's just going to be making those reads because it's going to be simple. If we got a lot of people on the heavier packages on the field, it's just gonna be simpler for him. Two-man routes. You know what I'm saying? And it's cover one. Like he's gonna start dotting. So I can see it taking some time, but that's why I love the emphasis on the run game.
He was
I'm really happy about that.
He was spend extra time after the practices too, out there running, throwing a few routes with Darnell Mooney and things of that nature. I've seen a few clips of those as well, so you can definitely tell like he's taking this serious. This isn't like lackadaisical where we're not going to get the best out of him. Like Jackson is taking it to the heart, and you can hear the communication is one thing. Let's take a step back. One thing that I noticed on Friday and Saturday, even compared to like the videos that I watched from last year when we saw the training camp, the communication is loud. They are yelling at each other. We were on Saturday, we were on the second field and they were playing on the further field away from us. And I could still hear them yelling calls, like the defense and even offensive, like Jackson from the huddle, Jameis from the huddle and things of that nature, like making audibles and things of that nature. So the communication is loud and Harbaugh is running a tight ship.
There we
Not
go.
playing no games. Nar Wilson got them out there. Any penalties they doing push-ups at the end of practice. Like I was trying to figure out why they were doing push-ups, and I was like, I know it had to have been something, but it's off of like penalties. Any penalties they accrue, they're doing push-ups at the end of practice, and he got them all in a circle. Like they have there's a new standard in the building, and you can see it. Standard. You can see it. So I love it.
Throw that on a t-shirt.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I will say a couple of things that I noticed while I was out there. One, we were talking about Arvell Reese and how like freakish of an athlete he looks like, bro.
I heard he's been everywhere.
When I tell you this man's gonna be a problem for the NFC East, they don't even understand. They don't even understand.
Yeah.
First things first, I got a picture like with my son standing in front of him.
Yeah.
Bro, Arvell Reese is a big human being.
Yeah.
That's a big dude, bro. And he's only 20. Yeah. So like next year after offseason, like
meal plan, more weight.
Bro, he's gonna be a problem. Him and Tremaine Edmonds. The one thing that the quarterbacks are gonna have to adjust is they're gonna have anything in the middle of the field, they're gonna have to float. And that's when Adebo, that's when Newsome, that's when, Phillips, they gotta, Holland, Nubis. If that joint is floating in the air, Colton is the next one up too. Newsome was in his ear. Every time they were on the sideline, you could see Newsome in his ear. Colton's asking questions, and Newsome is saying, like, look, don't pay attention to this. Watch this. Watch this. So he's definitely in his ear trying to teach him up and get him on the right page. But
I'm loving it.
It's gonna be interesting to watch these quarterbacks try to get the ball over these linebackers, bro. Like when they stand up, they gotta float that ball, and then on top of that, they're athletic, so they can jump too. So you gotta account for that. And then when you account for that, by the time the ball gets back down, it's not going to who you thought it was. We going the other way.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Like it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be a great thing to watch.
You know what? I'm just really happy to see. I was surprised to see Malik Nabers out there. I know he wasn't really in on team drills, but him doing one-on-ones, moving around. We all seen the pictures of him and Odell out there and looking in unison, catching balls. It's just a thing of beauty just to see your number one out there and our former number one out there, and he's wearing number one, Odell's wearing number 3, and they make up 13. I'm just like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, got chills. I got chills seeing them standing next to each other, bro, because I never thought.
Man. And Odell's just been at the podium talking about how he wants to bring a ring here. And it's like, why not us? So,
I'm telling you. And as far as the receivers, one thing that I noticed, so they do this like quick cut drill where they're going in between the cones, and then they do the ladder, and then they catch the ball, right? The footwork, Malik he wasn't moving quick, but he was hitting everything.
Right.
His cuts look fluid, but of course he's still getting back into it, getting the rhythm, trying to feel like what he can do. But I can tell you, like, Odell's footwork, he still looks great.
Right.
Darius Slayton looks great. He doesn't look like the surgery is holding him back or anything like that.
That's good.
I can't even front, man. Like Jalen Hyatt even looks good. Like he's had some great catches. He ain't gonna make the team, but he's had some good catches throughout the camp, man. He's been doing well. Like I do want to debunk, like everybody was talking about how Odell got moved into the starting rotation the other day. Like Jalen Hyatt got moved into that rotation too. So like it's not they're rotating things to see how stuff moves. They're trying to
and that's a good thing.
Packages are and things of that nature. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I saw Jalen Hyatt play bad. Like he's having a good camp.
This is it. And get back against the wall.
He has to have a good camp.
He has to have a great camp and a great preseason.
A great camp. He might make the practice squad, but who knows? As far as the receivers that are going to make the team, we'll get into that a little bit later. But he's got a steep hill to climb. But Calvin Austin is a little dude, but he is fast as hell.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Let's get into it, man.
Let's do it. Look, last thing that I'll say, I'll wrap up of training camp. We got the padded practice this week, so we'll cover the rest of the padded practice on the next episode. But as far as the first week, the main things that I'll take away, Jackson Dart is more comfortable than a lot of people see or are taking. Without pads, of course, you can't really get much from the offensive line, but the offensive line does look good. The defense is flying around. Malachi Fields is a receiver to look out for. We'll definitely talk about that in a few moments. And the biggest storyline at this point in time is like the health. As long as our players stay healthy, we should be in a good place. Like a lot of people we thought weren't going to play, like Fedoni was supposed to start like on IR, and he's been running around. He's been running routes and everything. So it looks like he's going to be able to be one of those tight ends moving around too. So we're in a good spot. Training camp looks good. The mistakes that we're seeing are mistakes that we want to have during training camp. So no
clean them up.
No panic.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Good.
I love that our defense is looking good. It's going to be a problem. You know, defense wins championships, offense just wins games. So let's get it.
You already know. So moving right along, this week, the Big Blue Spotlight. We're going to cover our Blue Spotlight. We're going to cover our receivers, the wide receivers. I'm going to pass it over to you. I'm going to let you start it off, man. What you got?
The Spotlight. We got some wide receivers, man. We got a lot of wide receivers in this camp. We can only keep so many, but I'm going to start off with the receivers that are going to be probably depth, bubble, if they play well preseason, great camp, possibly make the team or a practice squad. So I'm going to start off. I mean, just recently, unfortunately, just got cut by the team, Buick Collins. He was doing his thing, but thank you for your time here. Moving on, Ryan Miller. We got Dalen Cambry. These guys are fighting for practice squad spots. Xavier Gibson, he was on the Jets, and he was kickoff ability, kick return. So it's good to have somebody like that around. And then we all know Isaiah Hodgins. He came in a couple of years ago for us, and he made some good plays. So he's been doing his thing and staying in rhythm as depth bubble, a reliable set of hands.
Isaiah Hodgins is a side note. Again, being able to see them in person, bro. Isaiah Hodgins is big as fuck too.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. This is not a little person's game, bro. I mean,
we got like it looks like basketball players in the receiving room, bro.
Yeah. I believe it, man. I'm glad that you was able to get boots on the ground and see these players up close and see it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So then we got our veterans, free agents that we signed. We got Braxton Berrios, another special teamer, maybe punt return type things. Calvin Austin, slot speedy guy. Also has some special team versatility. Juju Smith-Schuster, wide receiver. He did do punt like his first rookie year, but I don't think he's going to be doing that too much. But he's just a good slot. He knows the offense, knows where to be. Solid set of hands. Darnell Mooney, solid. He could come in as a number 2 if anything were to happen to Slayton.
Yeah.
These are just the vets. And then, more importantly, the one that's all dear to our hearts, Odell Beckham Jr., coming back in with his second stint with the New York Giants. Some of these wide receivers, we're going to go into more of depth with their stats. I just wanted to get some of the names out there. Obviously, we got Malachi Fields, our draft. We traded up to get him in the 3rd round. He's been, like you just said, he's been getting some more reps in the first team because Nabers isn't practicing with us, with the entire team, but he's still there. So it's just good to have the good vibes going around. Darius Slayton, He's been out there. You said that, he hasn't been hampered by his surgery. He's been looking good, and that's a great thing. I'm glad all these injuries are looking minimized as the season approaches. And then obviously our number one, Malik Nabers, he's been on the field and everything. So have some stats on these guys. I'm going to go with the guys I believe are going to make the team. So I got some wide receiver stats. I'm going to start off with one person I know is going to make the team, Malachi Fields. His rookie year, he played at Notre Dame. He recorded 36 receptions for 630 yards, 5 touchdowns for Notre Dame. He averaged 17.5 yards per catch. Yeah. That man is a walking first down.
Yes, sir.
So you put the ball up there, he's coming down with it. He's getting more reps with the first team, getting closer to Jackson Dart. That's a good thing. I seen an interview not too long ago where the main reason we're even in West Virginia right now is because they're working on, well, first of all, it was the World Cup. So they're still doing work on MetLife Stadium. Then on top of that, Harbaugh was redoing everything inside the practice facility, field, and things like that. So everything's getting fixed and upgraded for our players to be more comfortable.
Yes, sir.
And then third of all, when you're starting brand new, practicing in New York has a lot of distractions. You're in West Virginia. There's not too much to do. You might go get some food, a couple of drinks with your buddies, but you might go to a pool hall and play with all your boys, and that's about it. There ain't no nightclubs.
You're going to see a movie, and then you go on to bed.
Right, exactly. They probably going to see Spider-Man.
There ain't nothing out there, bro. Ain't nothing out there.
Exactly. Besides some good food, and that's it. Some of the best stories and bonding moments as families are built around that dinner table. So I'm glad that they're all out there doing that stuff. And you said it yourself a little bit earlier when we were talking before the pod. You were saying how Harbaugh runs things tight-knit and just how things are very smooth, and you just like just how effortless and precise things are. I'm just glad to hear that. Even a couple of episodes ago when Roy Robertson Harrison got hurt and we were starting to get some injuries and things like that, and then Harbaugh has started doing some stuff like, let's nip it in the butt. Let's see, let's get the right machines in here and take a look at people's stuff and make sure they're all doing the right thing. So things are going well, and I'm just thankful for that. But I know I was talking about the wide receivers, got off topic for a little bit. Let me get back on topic. We selected Malachi Fields in the 3rd round, 74th overall. People were saying that, when he did his combine, he was slow and he wasn't this, he wasn't that. His stock had dropped, but the New York Giants seen something in him. Great hands. If throw him in the slot, he can be a good blocker. The boy is not a small human being. No. You throw the ball up, he's going to come down with it. So I'm just glad that he's on this team. He's getting those reps early with the quarterback. He's not trying to fight for his spot. They're giving him those opportunities because Malik Nabers isn't all the way there yet. But once everybody's on the field, they're going to find ways for everyone to be there cohesively. And I'm just glad that this is how it's working out. Everything happens for a reason, in my opinion, and this is just how it's working out. So that's Malachi Fields, wide receiver. The one I know he's gonna make the 53-man roster.
Yeah, no,
right. We drafted him.
Most definitely. So,
and then let me go with Darnell Mooney, 2nd. I feel like Darnell Mooney is going to be another wide receiver who's going to make it. He recorded 32 receptions for 444 yards and 1 touchdown across 15 games with Atlanta Falcons last year. The year before that, he almost touched 1,000. He was like 8 yards away. The issue with that is it was the quarterback play. The quarterback play dipped with it. It wasn't him, and all your injuries started to catch up to him a little bit, but it was really more or less quarterback play. There was team plays where he had burned somebody and he's waiting for the ball, and now the DB was able to catch up and put an arm in there or whatever. So
anytime you got to come back to the ball, it's never going to end well. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
if
So
you at the
if he's
top of your
led, he
route,
has to
you got to
extend.
turn around and try to adjust. Like most of the time, it's either ending in an interception or, God forbid, an injury. So it just doesn't end well. So I'm with you on that. He just hasn't had a good quarterback that can lead him into the end zone or put the ball in front of him so he can run into the catch. Not, try to adjust and have to make that super athletic, grab.
Right, exactly. So, and I like Darnell Mooney to make the team. He's really, really good against man coverage. Pretty much another type Darius Slayton type mold. Just a little bit younger and I feel like a little bit faster. Also, he played with Matt. He was familiar with Matt Nagy's offense because he played on the Chicago Bears from 2020 to 2021. So, and also he's really cheap as far as wide receiver contracts go. 1 year, $10 million. Like, you don't really get that with wide receivers who can definitely make an impact on your team. So definitely Darnell Mooney, a free agent addition that I'm really happy that we got, and I believe he's going to make the team. Let's go with number 3, another free agent wide receiver I feel like is going to make the team. Calvin Austin III, speedy wide receiver from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He had recorded 31 receptions for 372 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also contributed 57 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. So like those jet sweeps make teams have to play sideline to sideline. Yeah. That's really good. Also, he has special team value, as I said earlier. Somebody with that much speed, explosiveness, definitely will make defense stay on their toes. A matchup issue. If we're running the ball heavy and he's one of the receivers on there, you can't put a safety on him. He's going to burn that safety. You got to get a relatively fast corner that's going to be able to keep up with him. So Calvin Austin, I feel like he's going to make the team, the 53-man roster. Also, in these practices, the training camp reports are showing that he's been getting a good rapport with Jackson Dart. This is one thing I like about Harbaugh. He's been having a good rotation of wide receivers, making sure everybody's getting a decent amount of touches. And it's really good just for just understanding how Jackson Dart wants certain things or just being in tune with the quarterback and the offense. So They said the offense was starting a little bit slower. I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. So that's Calvin Austin III. Let me move on. Wide receiver number 4. I know who's going to make the team. Darius Slayton. Yeah. Veteran. Last year, he had 37 receptions, 538 yards, 1 touchdown, 14 games played. It was his lowest output in a couple of years. Jackson Dart's first year, but it's okay. They're working on their rapport. He had that injury, but he's coming back. He's looking good. You said it yourself. You've seen him in person. He was moving good through the drills, and that's good. Once these pads get on and people are able to really, start making their moves and know that you got 11 on 11. There's one thing I like about Harbaugh. Also, we were doing a lot more 11 on 11 during these training camps. Yeah, because you're preparing. It's not so much individual drills. It's more 11 on 11 or 9 on 7 or whatever, getting you ready for game time. And that's what's most important. So Darius Slayton, he did miss the spring workouts ahead of camp, but that's just because of the hernia, but I'm glad he got the surgery. He's doing well.
He looks good. He looks like it doesn't look like the surgery's like impacting him moving around. Because the one thing that I was concerned with is if him having to extend and reach for the ball.
Yeah, okay.
Of that nature. So he definitely, there was a few, like when they're doing their warm-ups during the beginning, before they do like the 7-on-7 and everything like that, like everybody looked good. I didn't see anybody like laboring like injury. Okay. You can kind of see when some people are hurt. Yeah. You can tell when they're kind of like, they're trying to make sure that they don't move a certain way. Everybody looked agile. So it's looking good as far as the receiver. There's competition in this room, man. It's like it's the whole competition that we've seen in a while, and they're all healthy. Malik is working his way back, but everybody else is healthy. Barrios is one of the like sleeper ones that we were talking about that's on the bubble, man. That man was out there making some incredible catches. Like he was making some wild catches. The slot relief and things of that nature. But man, there's competition in that room.
That's good. That's what we need. Competition breeds like just champions. Like you always want to be better than the guy next to you. So because you never know when your chance is going to come. All in the NFL, you're going to get hurt at some point. You're not anyone who's able to play all the games in the NFL is like a blessing every year. Yeah. So most people don't play every single game. So you got to be ready for when your time is called. So having Darius Slayton, even though his numbers were a little bit lower, if he just works on his drops, he would have had like a couple of more touchdowns, some more yards, a couple of more receptions. So let's just put that behind us. I hope he does well as far as when he gets his opportunity to make those big plays, because he got that speed, bro. He got the speed, and to make it a difference.
I wholeheartedly believe, like I said earlier, in another episode, I think that this is gonna be Darius Slayton's best season, and if that the reason he got that surgery was because that hernia was bothering him.
Yeah, it was last year.
You see what I'm saying? If that was the cause, look, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say, like, the hernia was the reason you were dropping the ball wide open in certain situations. Right. Like, you had to extend or do something, and it bothered you, and, like, tough shit. Like, even he'll say in an interview, like, look, I should have been better last year. I'm not going to make any excuses. But I can say, like, he said it in his interview. He can say now, like, some of those things that I used to have to stretch out for and things like that, I don't have to worry about that giving me pain anymore. So again, he said he's not making any excuses, but he understands the situation. He knows the competition he's had in a long time as well. But I definitely think it's going to be a great season for Darius. He's got the most competition he's had in a long time, and they have, to me, I think they have that vet in the room that can answer the questions that they didn't have before. And
that's good. I'm just glad that we do have a good mixture of young guys, vets, second-year players. It's just a good wide receiver room. Yep. So I'm gonna move on from Darius Slayton, and the fifth wide receiver that I think we're gonna carry six, because we all know the last one is a lock, but the fifth one right now, I believe, is going to be Odell Beckham Jr. for a plethora of reasons. The man hasn't dropped the ball. The man has been moving well through camp. He is looking like a vet's vet. With this kind of contract as well, he knows that he's fighting for a roster spot. The man was going to be the Super Bowl MVP at one point. Like, he's out there doing the Lord's work, bro. He is out there routing people up, catching the ball, probably giving Malachi Fields tips, giving Nabers tips, just letting them know how he does it. We've all seen, I said this earlier, we all seen the pictures when they were catching the ball, him and Nabers catching the ball in unison. It was like, just very nostalgic. So
I almost shed a tear when I saw the video. I'm not gonna lie. Bro. I was like, oh my God, that's real. Yeah, that's real.
Were you able to get the his autograph as well?
OBJ?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
as soon as he signed the jersey, I was ready to go. I
know, right? So listen, frame this. Frame this right now.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. didn't play last year. He had some injuries, but with that, with the last couple of years of him not playing, he definitely took that time to rehab his body to make sure he comes back strong, taking care of himself. We haven't heard of any issues yet. Every interview he's taken, he's looked very poised and just a grown man taking care of business every day he gets to the field. Every day he just wants to be a little bit better, So I'm just very happy we got Odell Beckham Jr. back on the team, and
he's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry. That's it.
And a lot of people are you have to set your expectations to realize like he is an older receiver, but what people don't realize, like a lot of people are sleeping on him and not expecting him to be able to perform, and he's still separating from these corners, starting corners in the league right now. So, and again, this is our corners on the team, but if he's getting separation from our corners, he'll be able to get separation from other corners. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he's still able to get separation at his age right now, the fact that he's still able to cleanly run routes, he will not accept, dropping any passes and drills and things of that nature. He'll run the drill again. Like he is grinding. He's also answering questions to the other receivers that are in the room too. So I think he's definitely a lock. Like as far as our six, if Leak is definitely starting up. Just like you listed, I think it would go Leak. I think it's Leak, Darnell Mooney, Darius Slayton. I put Malachi Fields. Then I put Odell right there, and then Calvin Austin is the gadget.
Okay. Yep.
I think that's how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's exactly how I have it. I was just gonna talk about Malik Nabers last because we already know he's a lock. So I think we're gonna carry 6 wide receivers because typically the Giants do carry 5, but in this case we need 6. We need 6 just for the versatility of the style of receivers. So, from having Calvin Austin, small slot, fast, to Malachi Fields, big body, go up, third down, come down with the, a play above the rim kind of player.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Malik Nabers, number 1 for our team, wide receiver. He had 18 receptions, 271 yards, 2 touchdowns. He got injured 4 games in the season towards ACL. It was just unfortunate because, like, the Giants, when it was just Cam Scatterable and Cam Scatterable, Jackson Dart, we were damn near putting up 30 points a game. Now imagine Malik Nabers there, who's going to draw double teams all game. Like, you have to shade your coverage to him because if you play him one-on-one, he's going to cook you. So yeah, Malik Nabers, he had that season-ending injury, but he's coming back. We were all worried just a few months ago around draft time. He seen him get up from the chair when he was on the draft stream. He was limping a little bit.
Yep.
We seen him at the softball game, and he was running a little bit, and everybody's just like, "Oh my gosh, he's going to start on PUP. He's not going to play to the 4th game."
Yeah. And
now, fast forward to today, where we just seen him on the field and he was moving. He's not. You can tell he's not 1,000%. But you put him next to any other receiver in the NFL, and you're gonna be like, he's still better than them, even not at 100%. So I'm just really glad that our number 1 is moving.
When I saw him out there with the bands at the beginning of practice, and the music came on, I saw him hit a few dance moves. I was like, he feels good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Young man. Dancing, having a good time.
Type of confidence when you start moving your legs and things like that. So like I saw a few dance moves and things like that before he got with the rest of the receivers and they started running routes. So I think he feels good. Just to stick to the rehab, listen to your trainers, do what they tell you, and just wait for the green light. And I guarantee you, it's only up from here, man.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get any preseason snaps, but I'm really looking forward. I'll probably say he'll probably get some snaps week 1. He probably will get rotated in. I'm thinking because how Harbaugh has been doing the rotations for the offense. They'll allow him to get a couple of plays and then start ramping him up to where he'll be able to like start and play all game and stuff like that. Like, he'll get a couple of snaps here and there, and then he might be a decoy, or they might throw him a quick slant and get down real quick, or whatever it may be. But just having Malik Nabers back at practice, I'm sure everybody's raising their level of play. People are able to get more reps. Malachi Fields because he's not all the way on the field just yet, but he's there. He's learning the offense. He's doing the things that are necessary to be back on the field and a great player back at his prime playing well. So Malik Nabers, I'm really happy that you're back on the field. Just stay healthy, my boy. Yeah. For all these wide receivers, knock on wood, I don't want no issues like the 49ers. I don't know if you heard it. They've had so many issues within the past couple of days. They don't even think they're going to do the joint practices. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you've had that many injuries. They've had people already sitting out practices just because they don't want anything. You imagine being the owner paying millions and millions of dollars and people are dropping like flies out there? Like, nah. Y'all sit down. Yeah, so, but, yep, that's the 6 wide receivers I think we're going to have. Malik Nabers, Darius Slayton, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin, Odell Beckham Jr., Malachi Fields.
Yep.
So that's our receiving core, I believe, for
I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think 100%. And honorable mention, if they were to go crazy and be wild about it, and they were to take 7 just off of some, I just want to have one more just to only do special teams and things like that, I think it would be between Juju or Berrios.
Yeah.
It'd be between one of those two. But like as of right now, I think they're only going to keep 6. I think with the recent Commanders move, with them picking up Stephon Diggs, I think our focus now is going to be making sure we have the depth in the cornerback room as opposed to the wide receiver room. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think we're in good hands. Even with those 6 receivers right there, that's the best receiving core that we've had in a while, and they're gonna do work. I think Jackson Dart, with what he did last season with the practice squad receivers that we were running with, like you give him the 6 that we just listed, he's going to work. And then we already discussed tight ends. Theo Johnson looked amazing. Like, he was not dropping passes. I want him to catch the ball with his hands, not his body though. But he looked really good. Isaiah Likely, I don't need to say nothing about him. He was just a monster in the middle of the field. Like, Dart and Isaiah look like they already have some chemistry flowing there too. So we're in a good spot. I am not concerned about our receiving core. I think we're in a good space. It's mainly about this offensive line. As long as they can hold up, we should be in a good spot, man. And CeCe's a big dude too.
Right. Shout out Joe Shane, because I feel like a couple of years ago our wide receiving core was the issue. Now I feel like this is going to be a strength of our team. And like a couple of years ago, our offensive line was like an issue. Now it's probably the strength of our team. So flip things upside down. So, shout out Joe Shane.
Hey, give him a shout out.
Kind of didn't want you to hear, but
you gotta. Hey, look. Long story short, you here, you made the moves, and like right now we're working with it. I'm gonna give you credit. I'm gonna give you credit.
What credit's due.
Give you credit for that. Yes.
So let's go out there and win some games, man.
Exactly. That's the next step. Joe Shane was out there too. I saw him a few times. I got a couple pictures of him. Moving right along, man, to this week, the standard. So,
what you got?
Is this Giants roster that we're talking about right now, do you think is this the best team that we've had since the 2011 Super Bowl team?
Ooh. Since then? I mean,
like, if we're going roster to roster, what you think?
Oh, this roster to 2011?
Roster to roster, coaching the situation.
We got some pieces down.
Yeah.
But 2011 was like a Super Bowl underdog year. And it kind of is, but the thing is, the difference is starting off with number 1. 2011, we already had a Super Bowl winning quarterback. We had Eli Manning already. So he didn't know that was his second Super Bowl ring, but he had already won one. So now you have the confidence in somebody who's who's done it.
Within like 3 years, 3 seasons.
Right, exactly. He just did it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Within recent memory, that was my freshman year of high school when he won his first one, and then me leaving high school, that was his second one. So it was just like, very recent. It's within your high school years. Like, come on now. So I mean, it would be cool. I mean, maybe we might have to readdress this at the end of this season if we do go pretty far, like maybe you never know. Things could get crazy, but that roster was crazy, man. We had Matt Bradshaw, Mario Manningham, one of the greatest catches in the Super Bowl ever. Yeah. He was just running. He was just like Eli, beautiful dot. Hakeem Nicks, like, you know, we had a great offensive line. You know, Will Beatty, Kareem McKenzie, and then on the defensive side, bro, we had Justin Tuck, Chris Canty, Jason JPP, Corey Webster, Aaron Ross, like Antrell Roll. Like we had a squad, man. And those guys were actually getting interceptions and stuff like that. So as far as like stats go and projections, like, yeah, if we were to put this team up against them, maybe our pound for pound players might be better, but that team as an overall was a better unit. Yeah, you know, they came back with so much stuff.
They knew how to win.
There you go. Yeah.
So I can agree with you there. As far as when it comes down to it, like experience is gonna win that battle, right? Right. You go apples to apples, and we're just talking about like athletes to athletes, then we can have a different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Eli just won a Super Bowl a few years prior to. We don't know what Jackson Dart's going to do the next few years. Now we're doing like athleticism versus athleticism. Jackson Dart's a more athletic quarterback in comparison to Eli, but he doesn't have the accolades, right? So Eli definitely takes the pick on that. Now
I said we got a better receiver room.
Offensive weapons, right? They had Hakeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, Manningham. Those are their main weapons, you know? Yeah. So I would say Nabers, Mooney, Slayton, Odell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see.
Our receiver room is probably a little bit better.
It looks a little bit better on paper right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Offensive line, they had a solid unit, but I think like with Andrew Thomas and Jermaine Illuminor right now,
CC,
CC, JMS. Yeah. I think our line right now will put us in a better spot. You know, pass rushing, oh shit. JPP, Justin Tuck, and Umanura and Kiwanuka, like, bro, it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? But then we got Burns, Carter, Thibodeau, and Arvell. You know, like we got athletes. You know, we don't know if they're gonna be able to give us the same things that we know the 2011 squad did. You know,
right.
So when it comes down to it, like, I think it's tough to say. When you put it on paper, we can definitely say we have a better squad on paper right now.
Yeah. I mean, certain positions are better than other positions back then.
Our team just hasn't done enough to kind of. No, man, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I would say 2011 definitely wins. I was going to say our squad is better, but I think I
think right now we have a better wide receiving core. We have a better tight end room.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
The question was, do we have a better roster than the 2011 Super Bowl team?
Yeah, roster.
I think we do have a better roster.
Oh, like pound for pound, player for player. See, like it's so many ways. I hear the question, but it's how people depict the question.
How you perceive it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think when you sit down and you look at the roster and now we're talking about like potential, what I feel they can do. Because I think
potential.
Because they went to the Super Bowl on a 9-7 season.
Yeah. So
I think we're gonna win more than 9 games.
Yeah.
You know, so
in that double digit.
You know what I'm saying? So like I personally think like if we're doing like roster to roster, I think our team right now is better.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's fair. I'm gonna stick with the 2011, bro. Like JPP, Justin Tuck. You know what I'm saying? That's them boys is the issue. Corey Webster, Aaron Ross. Them boys is snatching the ball out the air. Antrell Roll, stop playing. Matthias Kiwanuka, man. But it's all good. It's all good, man. I hope this 2026 roster can emulate what they did in 2011.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how it looks, what the game is. you find a way to win.
I'm with you on that.
Find a way to win.
All right. So we're going to wrap that one up. And hold on.
We got like a roll call question.
Where'd it go?
Out of this 2026 season, which player gets cut that will shock Giants fans?
Who's getting cut?
Who?
Getting cut that you feel should make the roster? Who you think?
Let me look at these wide receivers again, man. If they get cut, I mean, out of the 5, I think the one that would surprise people would probably be Darnell Mooney, just because, I feel like he's an insurance policy for Darius Slayton. It'd be rough to let him go because it's just rough to let somebody of that, that kind of contract, production. It would really surprise people if he got cut. And that's just how I'm going to put it.
I don't even want to put this in the air.
Knock on wood.
But I think the biggest shocker to the Giants nation if they got cut would be OBJ.
Oh, I didn't even want to go there.
Yeah, I
didn't even want to go there.
I don't think he's going to get cut. I think he's definitely making the team.
Right.
Down.
Right,
I stand on that, with everything. But I think if we got down to they cut down to the 53-man roster and we didn't see his name in the receiver list, I think people would lose their fucking mind.
Bro.
People would be up in arms for a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? People would be mad as shit. But I said, I don't even want to put that in the air. And from the performance that I've seen, from everything that I'm reading, from the 2 days that I was in West Virginia, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not concerned.
Right. All right, cool. Yeah, that's definitely surprising. I guess yours is a lot more surprising than my guy, but shit. I didn't think you were gonna go there. I thought you would have been like, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, but I don't think that would be. I don't think people would be shocked behind that. They'd be like,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, because
that'd be like a casualty that we were expecting. I think right now with the performance and everything that they're saying and the way media builds it up and things of that nature, we get to the end of this training camp after everything they've been talking, and then they're like, OBJ didn't make the cut. I'd be like, damn, bro, that is so fucked.
It's who made it? That's my first question. Who made it?
Exactly. At that point, now you got to start questioning. But I like I said, I don't want to put that in the air. Once again, you didn't hear it from me. Would it be a shocker? Yes. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't nobody say that shit to me anymore. I might even cut this part of the episode, to be completely honest.
I know, right? Just get it out here.
just so it's not even out there. But honestly, let us know, guys. Look, I appreciate you guys rocking with us. I do appreciate you guys spending your time. Once again, I'm going to ask you again, if you've made it this far and you haven't hit that subscribe button, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But hit that like button, hype the video, share it with your family, get us out to the rest of the Giants fans. And let us know in the comments, man, who do you think is going to get cut that might shock the Giants nation? If it's not one of those receivers, let us know. Let us know. We appreciate you guys. This is the new era. This is the standard.
Lock in.
Big Blue Reborn.